Hello, welcome back. I know, it's been a really long time since my last videos. Probably about a year and a half now. But there's a very good reason for this. But anyway, I'm back, and I plan to do more videos for you, probably one or two a week, on a regular basis. But more on that later. We are starting this off with The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now my thought on this was, because it's sort of a new series or a new chapter for this YouTube channel, I thought I'd kick it back old school and play the very first Zelda game I ever played, which is Link's Awakening DX. DX is quite important, I'll get more on that later. So without further ado, let's jump into it, go on this new file which I've created especially for you guys called Link. Let's get started. Now with this one, you jump straight in, but what they're about to say isn't important, so I'll describe more of what I'm planning to do with this channel. Now what I want to do is more sort of walkthrough Let's Plays, because I'm going to start off with games I know really well and really enjoy playing, so we can sort of go through it together, but I can show you maybe a few Easter eggs, or maybe this specifically like the trading quest to get like the level 2 sword, which a lot of people will sometimes get confused, especially on the early ones when they were a little bit more complicated. But later on I want to try and do sort of like blind Let's Plays, where I play a game for the very first time, and you and me can go through it together. You can shout at me in the comments for being an idiot, and we'll laugh about it all as one big happy family. So that was, as I was saying, what these guys are saying is not that important, but you do have to talk to this guy here before you leave, and I'll show you why. Try and leave, and he's like, "Whoa boy, where are you off to in such a hurry? Set a spell, I got something to tell ya." Interesting character, Taran. So yeah, he has to give you your shield before you leave. Come on, he's slowing it up. There we go. So you got a shield from him. We know what a shield is. And what you have to do now is go left, obviously, and then down to the beach where they found you to get your sword. Now on the way, pardon me, sorry, I just had lunch. How very rude of me. On the way, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why I've had such a big hiatus, and that's because after my bachelor's, which is the last time I actually recorded in third year, I left uni, tried to get a job, but found it would be easier for me to get a job if I had a master's degree. So I went back into it in computer science. I forgot about this guy. I hate this owl with a passion. He just talks nonsense at you for what seems like an eternity and stops you from doing what you need to do. Look, my sword's right there. I just want my sword. Shut up and let me get it. This guy appears in Ocarina of Time most famously. It's just as annoying then as he is now. Got my sword! After 3 minutes of playing, we finally got my sword. So yeah, I went back to doing Masters, and it ended up quite well. I've got a full-time job now as a web developer, which means I have more time to actually do this properly and make videos on a consistent basis, which is actually what I want to do. Because I remember I read a quote from a professor who said to his sort of class, if money was no object, what would you want to do as a sort of your day job? And my first thought was I want to play games and make Let's Plays for you guys. Be sort of an entertainer. I like making people laugh. It's just who I am. You can ask anyone. You can just ask my fiance who I live with. I'm always making jokes, and I just do it because I like making people laugh and I like entertaining. Plus, I also really like to play video games, so that's what I want to do. And that's why I'm getting started now. Where am I going? Forest. You need to go to the forest first. Sorry. Had a complete mind blank. You have to go to the forest, and you know you're going in the right direction when this guy shows up again. That's a really big thing with this game. If you see this guy at any point, you know you're on the right track. Except in one occasion, which I'll show you later. So yeah, I just really want to get this started, and I thought, whilst I have a 9-to-5 job without any stupid coursework to get in my way, I can get home, record, or do it on the weekend, which is what I'm doing now, and publish, during the week. So that's what I want to do. So here we are with my first walkthrough. Let's play of Link's Awakening. Now, for those who don't know, I'm a huge Zelda fan. It's my favourite game series, maybe definitely more than. My second is probably Assassin's Creed. I love that stuff too. I'll probably be doing a Let's Play of that eventually. But that's only when I save up enough money to get software to record console games. At the minute, I've only got software to record my computer screen, which is what I'm doing now. I've got an emulator. With this, I'm also playing on a gamepad. So that's what I have to do at the moment. Don't worry, I've got lots of games to play on this as well. But eventually, I want to start doing console games as well as computer games. Now you go through all of this, you need to get this mushroom. You need to take this mushroom to a witch, and then you have to take what she gives you, which is a fine powder, and sprinkle it on a raccoon so you can advance. Now I know that sounds weird, and that's because it does, and it is. Just trust me, you just have to do it. Otherwise you won't get anywhere. So yeah, you go through here. I'm going to open this chest here. Go away. Get it. Oh, fuck. I was really trying not to do that. So yeah, this is what I plan to do with the YouTube channel. Walkthroughs. We can have a nice little laugh with each other. And have some, just ultimately have some fun. That's ultimately what I want to do. So yeah, I'm going to make 1 or 2 videos a week. Sort of like, I'm thinking 10 to 15 minutes long, sort of bite-sized. You know, so you don't have to sit down for a long time. You can just like watch it on like maybe a lunch break. I hate this thing. There's a thing called the acorn, the guardian acorn, which is what I have now, and like a piece of power you can get. The enemy some randomly drop. The acorn increases your defense by 2 for a limited time, and the piece of power increases your strength by 2. I just really hate it because the music is annoying, and the piece of power specifically makes you move faster, which is actually more hazardous than helpful, because you can overstep and fall into a hole or hit an enemy or something. So yeah, you're giving this mushroom to this witch, and she's going to give you a powder. And if you want, you can light this torch and she says something to you. If you want, you don't really have to. Come on, what? No, there's not a way in this to speed up the text, annoyingly. There is in later games, I think. No, sorry, there is. So you have to go back up here, back along here, back along here. Kill some moblins. Oh, interesting fact for you about Link's Awakening, or just about the Zelda series in general. Oh. There's actually a very complicated timeline when it comes to Zelda. Some people might not know this. The hardcore Zelda fans would. Maybe not even the hardcore ones, I don't know. But there's a timeline which splits during Ocarina of Time. It splits into 3 timelines. One is where the hero successfully defeats Ganondorf. There you go, you have to sprinkle on this raccoon here, and he does a little dance for you. So yeah, when he defeats Ganondorf, that's one timeline. And at the end, you go back to your child form via time travel, and that is its own timeline in itself. That's where sort of Majora's Mask comes in. But there's also a timeline for if the hero of time fails to beat Ganondorf. And this is that timeline. It goes on to another game. I can't remember the title. I'll get back to you on that one. The Oracle of Seasons and Ages games, which I also plan to play. And that directly leads to this game, Link's Awakening. So this is part of the timeline where the hero is defeated by Ganondorf and the land is plunged into darkness and horrors. So you just saw you got the tail key for the tail cave. And that's actually probably a very good place for us to stop for now, maybe. I've been recording for about 10 minutes. Yeah, that'll do for the first episode. So, thank you so much for joining me on my first video of the new chapter of my channel. In annotations and in the link description below, sorry. Getting all my words fuddled up. In the annotations and description below, I'll post a couple of links to my older stuff if you want to check it out. But in the meantime, please like and subscribe for more videos. This will be out very shortly, the next one will be out even sooner than that. But thank you very much, basically, for watching. That's what's important. Thank you for tuning in and watching. And I really hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Thank you very much.